More than 2,000 freshmen and transfer students are here for these leadership training exercises, one of them being the trust fall. Team Lynx, are you ready?
Ready!
Falling!
Fall on!
I'm Charlie Lapastora. See why the main event involves selfies coming up. It all started with this cow manure, and for the Morgans, it's turned into a multi-million-dollar business, selling and shipping their product to more than 1,000 farmers across Michigan, Indiana, and Ohio. There's been lots of smiles, high fives, and good-natured competition from athletes all over the state. One of the sessions the kids went to was working with Roscommon's emergency response team. The walk to and from campus at night will be a little different for students next year, as there are plans to add streetlights to Douglas University and Franklin streets. From Keith Urban to Paris to everyone here in downtown Detroit lining up, we might have the next American Idol. We're 39 feet in the air, and as you can see, the Michigan Firemen's Memorial is already starting. It's so easy to just go on your phone during class, you know, especially when Steven's not looking, right? Right. And just try to, you know, text your friends and stuff, but why might you think it's important to not do that when you're in class? And while you're shopping at Moonlight Madness looking for that perfect gift, you also have the chance to give back by bringing in bags of toys. So make sure you guys drive safe with your families this Thanksgiving. More than 100 people are on the cross-country ski headquarters team. Now that's the largest team in the Michigan Cup. I'm here at the grand opening of the new AT&T store. It's called the Store of the Future. Senate Bill 442 passed to the Senate, and it's up to them to vote on it now. He's got around 20 volunteers that he calls elves that are working quickly on getting these trains up and running for Christmas in the village in Roscommon. This hands-on training is important for the National Guard and its platoon leaders to get this real-world experience out in the woods. This was the first time in his tenure that an arrest was made by this mounted division. This corn silage, where they're packing it down and getting ready to store it for the fall and winter seasons. Oh yeah.
Wow.
I've always wanted to meet him. I've always wanted to see him.
Tracy Pigeon was able to do just that Thursday, and how it happened was something she'll remember forever. Pigeon was estranged from her father at an early age and grew up as a foster kid. Pigeon's father passed away last winter. Interested in her ancestry, she posted a picture of her dad on Pinterest. One night, David Hill, Pigeon's half-brother, Googled his father's name in hopes of finding and meeting him. He found the picture Pigeon had posted, leading them to message each other on Facebook.
Sorry to disturb you with what might sound crazy, but I found a picture of Erwin Robert Hill that you posted when looking for my father. I would like to learn more about Erwin to see if he might be my long-lost father. It's not crazy at all, because I was told I had a brother named David Hill. I'm actually kind of starting to shake right now. I think one of my first questions for David is, what color of hair do you have? And when he said red, I think I started crying. Dad had red hair. After more messages via Facebook, sending pictures of when they were kids and of their families now, it was time for them to meet. An Army veteran meeting his sister for the very first time, just in time for Memorial Day weekend. It's Memorial Day weekend and he is a veteran. Oh. What does that mean to you? Oh, it means a huge, that we're actually meeting together on this holiday weekend because he is a veteran. I think that just makes it all the more special.
Knowing that 45 minutes away he's going to be here, how are you feeling right now?
I want to cry. I'm probably going to cry. Oh my God.
Type in your father's name and all of a sudden you're connected to blood relatives, you know, that you never knew you had.
In Osceola County, Charlie Lapastora, ABC 29 and 8.
You okay?
It's not as simple as just throwing crap in a bag.
Right.
I mean, this is starting with crap, but it basically turns into dairy dew.
Dairy Dew. It's an organic recycled compost that's made Brad Morgan and his family very successful. But it didn't start off like that. They had a dairy farm, but were starting to lose money in the late 90s.
It was kicking our butts, and emotionally and physically and financially, we was wounded pretty bad. We actually had to dispose of the manure, so we didn't have the land base to dispose of the manure. So it was costing me about $25,000 a year just to get rid of my manure. And I decided at that point in time that we could probably find a better use for it.
Morgan decided that better use was to completely turn their farm operations just outside of Everett into a cow manure manufacturer.
Our goal was to basically create maybe $30,000 in profit is what we was aiming for. I would have never guessed that it would have turned into 5 composting sites in Michigan now and employing roughly 30 people.
It all started with this cow manure, and for the Morgans, it's turned into a multi-million-dollar business, selling and shipping their product to more than 1,000 farmers across Michigan, Indiana, and Ohio.
Nothing's going to come free, so you better put in the knowledge, the hard work, and the research to get what you want. And that's exactly the same morality and ethics that the Morgans have, and just feels like home to me.
It also feels like home for Aaron Maney, who runs what Morgan says is the only liquid carbon plant in the Midwest. It was started at the farm a couple years ago, and they developed liquids that Maney says help the soil even further.
It's another fairly new frontier in the agricultural front.
The farm also has a worm composting station where it has millions of worms, and they use that waste to create potting soil. Reporting in Osceola County, Charlie Lapastora, ABC 29 and 8.
I don't really believe that you should be distracted by your cell phone. There's a time and a place, and the classroom is just not the time or the place.
And that's why Pocket Points was started up at Central Michigan University by its campus rep, Ryan Greisen. He spent the whole summer getting businesses in the Mount Pleasant area on board with having students keep their phones in their pockets while in class. Here's how it works.
Students download the app, they go to class, then when they're in class, they start the app and they lock their phone. And then every amount of 15 minutes, 20 minutes, whatever it might be, they'll get a point. Then these points will add up, then they can go to local businesses and they can redeem them.
One of those businesses is Firehouse Subs, where CMU student Tori Prevy works. It has incentives and deals for students when their pocket points add up, such as a free combo or large drink with the purchase of a sub.
I know it's so easy to just go on your phone during class, you know, especially when Steven's not looking, right? And just try to, you know, text your friends and stuff. But why might you think it's important to not do that when you're in class?
I think it's important because then you're paying attention, and if you're not on your phone, you're more likely to retain more information and you get free stuff out of it, so I think it's awesome.
Along with free stuff, the Pocket Points app is aimed at helping student success in the classroom.
The reduction in cell phone use, you know, increases the paying attention in class, which increases your GPA, your test scores, your homework.
It gets really distracting, not only for the student, but for people around the student. So, yeah, it makes a lot of sense to turn that off.
Personally, my grades have increased, and a bunch of my friends, they have as well.
Already almost 30% of CMU's population has downloaded Pocket Points on their phone, and it keeps them paying attention in class.
It's actually one of our top 5 schools. Central Michigan is really a great niche for Pocket Points.
When I first contacted Greisen Tuesday, he didn't respond right away because his phone was adding up Pocket Points in class. So point by point for Pocket Points, it's working so far at CMU. In Isabella County, Charlie Lapastora, ABC 29 and 8.